I now have a conduit, but I really can't do anything with it because in order to use it, you need to surround it with prismarine. Sea lanterns, prismarine bricks, prismarine blocks, those type of items. And to do that, I'm going to need to find a place that has them. I haven't found any ruins that have prismarine, and based on my luck on that so far, I suspect that even if I did, it won't be enough. That means then I'm going to have to find myself an ocean monument. Now I could scour the seas for one of those, or I could find a village and a cartographer. I have other things I could maybe do with the village, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out hunting, looking for a village all throughout my area. Since I have savannas, deserts on this side, on the other side of the water, I have a taiga. So those are three biomes that support villages. So I'm going to look through all of them, see if I find any villages, and have a nice place where I will be able to trade, find a cartographer, and then maybe get a map that will show me the way to an ocean monument. I think I found a village. Actually, with all those tall buildings there, it looks almost like a city. It must be on some sort of plateau or something like that to make everything look taller than it is. But I can only hope that there are some good villagers there, including a cartographer. And also that doesn't turn out to be extremely far from my home, since I did have to travel quite a distance in order to get here. Yep, most definitely a village. Many crops there. I already have. Well, there's at least one village here. Hello, an armorer. He wants coal, though, which is not exactly something I could afford to give away at the moment. A farmer, 19 wheat. Potatoes? That might be a good way of getting some emeralds. A librarian. What kind of trade you got here? Protection 2. I need a book plus 24 emeralds. Now I have 22 on me from the various chests I've been finding all over the place. Nobody home there. Now it would be really nice is to run into a cartographer, since that is the main thing I'm looking for. I may have to build a few doors and start some breeding around here. And that might get me a cartographer eventually. So I'll explore this place and see if there's anything I can find that's interesting. And what is this? I am on the plateau near my base, trying to map it out a little bit. And I noticed that there is a village right here, a lot closer than the one I was at earlier. So I think it's time to check that one out and see if there's anything interesting over there. Whoops! Oh. Well, good thing I didn't fall into that thing. Yeah, and there's also a ravine there. Is that ravine actually marked in the map? Not really. I have to make a smaller scale map at some point so that I'll be able to really check out the ravine side. Now here we have this poor cleric here who can't get into. Is this a cartographer? No, it's a librarian. Does he have any good aqua affinity? I'll see you later. Oh, actually, was it 33 paper, a book, and 12 emeralds? I might even be able to afford that. Double check what aqua affinity does, and I'll most likely get something there. As for this, well, I might build something there in order to help them get inside. But for the moment, Anything in here? Nothing exciting in here. Anything in here? Nothing exciting in here. Is this the same white coat? No, it's a cartographer! Ha ha ha! I'll definitely be seeing you later. Alright, so now I have a cartographer, which means that I'll have another cartographer with a cheaper trade. That's a nitwit. Another nitwit. Alright, well, I've got two cartographers, so one of them is likely to have be able to get a map to the nearest ocean monument, and one that could also lead me to a mansion. And in the next episode, I'll probably be going into the significance of knowing the location of a mansion. Well, actually, it has to do with my goals for this. There you go. For this series, and among the things I want to do is to collect certain things. And one of those things I want to collect will be a Totem of Undying. These are all things I'm going to be calling artifacts of the past. So some of them are going to be easy to collect, and some of them are going to be downright difficult. And I think the Totem of Undying is definitely in the latter category. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back to base, get some paper, start some trading, make sure I renew all of my sugarcane planting, because now I'm going to get a little bit more serious on my planting on there. And I need a few more books in order to do that. Hopefully get some leather as I'm working on it. It appears I have some bad news. My cartographer won't unlock the final trade. It appears that if you're too far away from a woodland mansion or from an ocean monument, if you're too far away from those structures, you do not get the trade for those potential items. So that means I'm nowhere near either of those two. And if that's the case, I'm going to have to find some other means of getting prismarine. Since those cartographers were completely ignorant where to find a monument, I decided to get a little help from online tools, and they led me here. Now I know, this is not a monument, this is a mushroom island, but that's going to be useful in a couple of ways by itself. But there should be to the west here a monument, and that's what I am going to be looking for. But first I want to milk a couple of cows. I hope these cows give milk. I mean, I would hope that mushroom cows give milk and are able to remove status effects like regular milk, because I'm going to need that. Because on my way here, so one thing that did confirm that there is a monument in the area is that I did get... Oh, good. There you go. Milk. Is that I did get a case of mining fatigue. And mining fatigue is really nasty, I can tell you that. Now, all I need to do is to get some prismarine. It's not my plan to completely take over the place. I just want to get a little bit of prismarine. And perhaps if I do really well at it, maybe someday I'll think of trying to go after it on a bigger level. But I'd like to stay on the outskirts of it. Get a few blocks, see if I can get a few blocks of prismarine before I get killed or anything like that. I've dumped most of my stuff out here. If this doesn't work, then my next thing is to go into the nether and all that fun stuff. Now I put stuff in here that I don't want to lose. Don't think I need a water bucket for anything. And I'm sure I'll have a couple empty buckets in any case. Yeah. I think everything here I could theoretically afford to lose, so therefore it's time for us to head out west, see if I can find that ocean monument, and more likely the ocean monument will find me. I'll get a real nasty case of mining fatigue and all that fun stuff. At least that's been my experience with it and getting near the thing. Now I wonder how far I have to get before I start finding the place again. I didn't find the monument yet, but I did find a sunken ship. That can help, right? We'll see. Well, that's a slight diversion from what I planned, but how do I get my door back? I can't see it. There we go. Up. Oh, is it nighttime? That's a possibility. Nope. Nice bright day. Now, what did I get from there? I got another buried treasure map. Ooh. Where's that at? To the west. Ah, here it is. Let's see what's in here. Ooh, okay, I could use a little bit of a diamond. That never hurts. A little bit more iron definitely doesn't hurt. 3 diamonds now. Is that it up ahead? I think that may be what I'm looking for. Let me park over here and confirm this. This looks like something that could be a ocean monument. It's got lanterns there. It's all mossy and all, but maybe I should have just brought my boat there. Especially if I get really slowed down in this thing. Yeah, that's something at least. I see guardians there. That's well, I was about to say good sign, but good sign might not be the right word for that. And I've got mining fatigue. Yeah. All right. So I found the right spot at least. If you call this being at the right spot, and yeah. Okay. These things aren't fun to fight, that's for sure. How do you fight these things? I've never fought one of these things before, as you could tell by my inexpert methodology of doing this. I can't hurt them because I got mining fatigue, right? Okay, so how about if I drink some milk? Oops. And good grief. Now, why did I come to this place? Yeah. Okay, so I picked up the water. The problem is when you pick up the water under some circumstances, it messes up with the... Ooh, I lost the monument. Well, that sounds like par for the course today. Now, I gotta find that place again. Well, it's where I get attacked by a bunch of these stupid whatever those things are, guardian things that are all over the place. Now, where did I leave my boat? And I've pretty much came to the conclusion that these things are tough to take on. All I'm after is to get enough blocks to charge the thing. Whoops. And of course, whenever I get anywhere nearby, I'm immediately thrown into mining fatigue, which doesn't help me in the slightest. Yeah. And that's what happens, inevitably. Uh-oh. Yeah. Well, you get the idea. And I've been going through this for quite a while now just to see if I can get anything done. And unfortunately, I have very little opportunity in order to I have managed to get a couple of things, but not much. But I did manage to mine some blocks in there. Because that was not my first foray into there. That was probably my 10th or 11th. And I managed to collect a few. Did I get anything off of that? No, he didn't drop anything. Ah! And some of them are rude enough to drop nothing, even when you do kill them. So mainly I've been trying to go for the monument itself, extract a couple of blocks, then they come down and constantly either under attack or with mining fatigue. So my hat's off to those who are able to take on those things rather easily. I'll probably need some better equipment in order before I'm ready to do that. Is look what I've got here. It's pretty much all destroyed. But I did get 14 bricks and 3 prismarine, 7 shards. So that means that I have 16. I have greater than 16, which is all I need in order to build my activate my conduit. So I want to take this all back home and see what we can do with it. Though it looks like I have a hijacker in my boat. I made a little stopover while heading back home, and I noticed that there is a villager across there. Not that I'm likely to find anything all that spectacular, but might as well check it out. Probably have a cartographer there that will sell me a map to tell me where the nearest monument is, because this one is probably close enough to the monument in order to sell a map to it. But of course, I don't need it anymore. Villagers. I think they need to extend the range where they're willing to sell monument maps, but that's just my opinion. Ooh. Let's see, what have we got out here? We have radishes. Well, don't need all that much. Hello. Oh, nitwit. And anything here? Nothing. Oh, hold on. Considering what's happening to my... Oh, I could use the iron. Oh, obsidian. Oh. And a couple of swords. Ooh, what do I give up? Well, I don't need this potato. Is there a... Oh, of course, the chest! Put it back in the... Alright, we'll put the potato into the chest. I'll take the obsidian, though. I'll eat this bread. Good. Take the sword. Take that and... Anything here I don't really need? Ooh, decisions. After all that pain, I think it's time to see if this thing actually does anything useful. Let's test this down here. What I'll do is I'll put a prismarine block there, prismarine brick there on the corners. I think that'll make a good... Well, barely fitting this in here, but I think it should work. I think it only requires that all the pieces be in the water. Well, we'll find out if I have to go... Alright, so this is a minimal support for a conduit. Now let's put this here, put this here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. It's active. And I've got this buff here, it looks like. Conduit power. Whatever that does. Alright. And that gives me... I think it gives you water breathing. Maybe some good vision in here. Let's see what happens when the power runs out. And should run out pretty soon. I think I'm getting out of range soon, right? Well, let's see. We have 2, 1. Yeah, it's running out now. Yeah, okay. Yeah, things get immediately dark as soon as I get in there. And oops, that wasn't intended. But all right, so now I'm within the range again. So therefore, if I want to work in an area, I could just plop this down, and that'll help. I could keep it here for now, but eventually I'll probably move it to where I want to do something special. This is, of course, 1/3 of the full one. If you want it larger, you could do another one that way and another one that way, so you could have the square moving along all 3 of the axes, and that improves it a great deal. But I'll need more prismarine for that, and I'm certainly not going back to that monument until I get much better equipped, because I'm certainly not equipped at this time to handle the challenges of a monument. Right now, I think my best plan is to head into the Nether, see if I could find some means of starting to make potions or do anything else that's involved in that area, and perhaps maybe even be able to start a Nether tunnel so that I can have access into that Mushroom Island that is way over there, because that could be something interesting to try. But whatever I do, we'll find that out in the next episode of The Forked Spear.